Hey everybody! Yesterday Miss Lowry went over this sidebar section called Wheelchair Sports with you, and she was able to help you kind of come to the main idea of the text. Today we're going to talk a little bit about those supporting details in the text that helped you arrive at that. Okay? So you have this sheet that goes along with this. It's asking you about the central idea, the main idea, and how the photographs help you arrive at that answer. So let's read this again fairly quickly because I know you've seen it a couple of times now. It's called Wheelchair Sports. Wheelchair sports can be very competitive and very demanding. Elite wheelchair athletes have an awesome level of fitness, skill, and upper body strength. Wheelchair basketball is very similar to stand-up basketball. Rules are adapted for wheelchairs. For example, only 2 pushes are allowed before a player must dribble the ball. Wheelchair rugby was developed by a group of Canadian athletes whose reduced arm and hand functions didn't allow them to compete equally in basketball. The objective is to carry the ball over the opponent's goal line. So we know from yesterday that our central idea was wheelchair athletes are skilled athletes who can compete in a variety of sports. Okay? We know it's wheelchair athletes and wheelchair sports. They're competitive, they're demanding, an awesome level of fitness, skill, and upper body strength. And then we have this whole section down here that just talks about some of the sports that they have that are wheelchair sports. So if we already know that our central idea is going to be wheelchair athletes or skilled athletes who can compete in a variety of sports, we could write something like that here. So I'm going to start it out. I'm not going to write all of it with you because I want you to kind of change that a little bit and put it in your own words. So wheelchair athletes are, what are they? What kind of athletes are they? So wheelchair athletes are, and I want you to give me an adjective here to talk about the type of athletes, and you can look back at this text to find an adjective. And who do what? What do they do? So I want you to fill in that space right here with what they do. Okay? And then, in order to support this, you need to go back here and you need to find those supporting details. So this is what details support the main idea, and that's also known as the central idea, so you kind of hear those words interchangeably. So what supports it? They have a awesome level of fitness, skill, upper body strength. Those are supporting details. Wheelchair sports are competitive and demanding, so they have to have these things. So how do we put that in a sentence here? The pieces that I've circled, do I need to put it in a sentence, or could I maybe just bullet point this first time? So it's a wheelchair athletes have a, I could say awesome straight from the text. I could say high level of fitness, a great level of fitness. I could use any number of words to replace the word awesome. So have a high level of fitness. What else? How about some of these more challenging sports that wheelchair athletes are able to play? Can I say wheelchair athletes? Athletes. I have to excuse my handwriting. I do have slightly messy handwriting for a teacher. Wheelchair athletes can compete in a number of different sports. Okay, does that support what you said the main or central idea of the text was? They should. Now I want you to go down to number 3. It says, how do the details in the photographs on page 48 and 49 support the main idea in question 1? So you actually need to go back to your book and you need to look at the photographs that they've placed to actually be able to answer that question, okay? So I'm going to leave this one up to you. I've kind of helped you out with number 1 and number 2. You definitely need to do number 3 on your own though, okay? If you have any questions, you can ask during a Google Meet or you can do it here.